my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can you believe it, folks? It's Wednesday night. We're back. We're back again. We're doing it live. Oh my gosh. I guess we're going to do this, right? Here we go. Oh, I can hear myself talking through my phone. Let me turn that down. Okay, so here we are. It's Wednesday, my dudes. R.S. Matthews, welcome to the chat, buddy. Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? I see Shay. Brother Shay in the chat. Woo! What's up, guys? How's everybody been? How's everybody feeling today? Oh my gosh, what a week it's been. What a week it's been. I can't believe it. Oh yeah, shirt. Check this out. Here's your shirt of the day. This is my Austin Powers shirt. Yeah, baby. Look at that. International Man of Mystery. I can't talk. Yeah, that was a gift Bobby gave me. My wife gave me that for a present. That's usually what you do. You give presents to people. So, oh my gosh, I'm just disheveled. I'm so excited to be here. If you're just with me for the first time, welcome to my channel. Welcome. My name's Justin. I'm a Bob Ross certified instructor. I really like painting trees. I really like painting mountains. And I really like teaching oil painting. I hope that if this is the first time you're seeing my channel, or if you're tuning back in with me here, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being here, for the weirdness, for the craziness. And I hope that you feel inspired. I hope that you feel something. I hope you feel like a rumbling in your tummy. Maybe it's like an urgent poop or something. If it's anything, it's good. If you're feeling something, that's good. I want to feel things. So I'm going to jump in probably to this painting. I don't think there's any reason of waiting around any longer, right? Well, I put a regular size canvas up here. Just to kind of, for background material. But I'm not sure that's what I'm going to paint today. I haven't really decided. I got a few things for a craft fair that I was going to paint. I keep saying that every stream. Like, oh, my craft fair's coming up in June. So I got a few other little things. I guess we can do the show and tell. Here was last week's painting. Ooh, look at that. Pretty neat looking there. A little spooky moon scene. I went ahead and put some white paint on the wood frame. I did that. I put the white paint on there just to prime it. It was just bare wood. It was bare wood. It was actually a chalkboard. You see this here? I got this chalkboard from a craft store, and I painted right on top of it. And this is what I came up with. A pretty neat little moon scene. This is inspired by a recent camping trip that I took with my wife, my dog, and my cat. The four of us went, and we had fun. We saw the moon. We saw the blood moon. We saw the blood moon. Did anybody see the blood moon? I saw it. I saw it last night. I was golfing last night. It was a beautiful night for it, too. The moon just up there, just shining right through the trees and the backs of these golf holes. It was like PGA kind of stuff. I was pretty excited to see it. I'm not going to lie. The blood moon, right? I didn't get any special powers, though, from it, but I don't know. So, I had an idea. I've seen a few other Bob Ross instructors teaching along to Bob Ross type paintings. Well, I haven't done that yet. I've just kind of thrown my own things up there, but I've got this nice book. That I teach out of. And this is Bob Ross's new Joy of Painting. You can get this right from the Bob Ross website or anywhere that sells books. But this is just a step-by-step instruction guide for how to paint Bob Ross style paintings that you see in the show. So I figured maybe after we paint this one or do a little one, maybe we'll just flip through, just stop on something random and say, that's what we're going to paint today. Maybe. I don't know. There's 60 paintings in here. So I thought maybe I could pick at least one of them and paint along with it. And that might be fun. That might be something fun we could do. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this one. I'm going to go ahead and paint this one. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it on its side. I'm going to flip it on its side. Hello. St. Louis cuz. Hey, St. Louis Mo cuz. What's up, buddy? Landscape. Oh, we're going to do a landscape. Don't worry about that. We'll do a landscape. We'll do a nice landscape. But I thought we could split it right down the middle and do winter on one side and summer on the other. Same scene, or maybe parallel scenes. Like a parallel universe. Picture one in summer, one in the winter. Or if you want to see fall, tell me in the chat. What do you want to see? What two scenes do you want to see in the chat? And we'll do that. We'll just do that. We'll do that. And I'll throw liquid white on this just like I always do. But actually the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my apron on. It's time to cover you up, Austin. Yeah, that's a cool shirt. I really like that shirt. The International Man of Mystery. So this is my apron. I never talked about this. This is an apron that my good friend R.S. Matthews made for me. He's in the chat there. He made this for me. He's a very handy man. He's a good friend. Everybody needs a friend like him. Yep. Yay! Opposites. Winter and summer. TDK Shine. Winter and summer. Hey there. All right. Winter and summer. Let's do it. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. You know what time it is. It's time for the color train. So I'm gonna go ahead and run the colors. About right there. Whoop whoop! Here comes color train. So those are the colors I'm using today. That's pretty much my standard palette. It's about what I like to use. It's most of the Bob Ross colors. That was cool. I don't know how that happened. That was awesome. But luckily it didn't make a mess. So I'll put that back. Let me cry a little bit. Let me try this again. You know, this isn't the first time that a painting's actually fallen off of the easel before. The very first time it ever happened to me, believe it or not, was during my Bob Ross certification classes down in Florida in New Smyrna Beach. We were doing the 30-minute demo. That's part of the requisites there. That's part of what they make you do in the Bob Ross certification. They make you do a whole painting in 30 minutes. But you have to do it in front of the whole class too. It's like a full demo. So I did it. I got up there and I started painting. And I was running through the paint and just got my clouds on, and all of a sudden it just, the whole canvas fell right on my feet. Oh man, I was turned bright red. I was beet red. I said, help, help. And everyone just kind of sat there laughing. I'm holding the palette and a brush. I said, somebody help me. So that happened. It's not the first time I've done that. So let's double, triple check that this one's nice and sturdy here. Give it the old shake. Okay. All right. I promise we're okay now. So I want to tape this. That's the first thing I'm going to do is tape it. I've taped them before. I'll tape it again. Why not? I just got some little masking tape here. We'll just split it right down the center, right? That's what we'll do. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Was Nick your instructor? Yes, Nick was my instructor. Nick Hankins. He's a great guy. Really great guy. He's like Bob Ross reincarnated. Soft spoken, just like Bob Ross, and that boy can paint too. He can paint. So I'll go right over. Look at that. The little screw here is kind of right in the center. I'm just going to go right over that. Just like that. There we go. We split that one right down the center. Split it right down the center. Now I do like to give these borders too sometimes. I do like to give them borders. So I'm going to do that too. I'm just going to do that too. How's everybody's week going so far? Nicky boy. How's everybody's... Hello. Hello, Saruchu. Hello. Welcome. We're just taping up a canvas here. Just getting her all taped. It'll look all cool when we're done. It'll look nice and cool. So I have this really skinny tape too. I'm going to use this around the edges. All around all four. And that's going to give us a cool little border. Cool little border. I'll try to be fast. Tell me about your weeks. What's going on? How's everybody's weeks? It's Wednesday. I can't believe it's already Wednesday. This week's flying by. This week is going by. Does anybody have any cool plans for the 3-day weekend coming up? I think I'm going to go camping again. I'm going to try to go camping again. Bad week so far. You know, I kind of had a bad day today too. You hate to admit it. You really do. You hate to admit it. I kind of had a bad day today too. I was kind of mean today. So I'm sorry to my wife. I'll say I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bobby. I was mean today. I was not a good husband. I kind of woke up as almost like as in a funk, like a haze. You ever wake up like that? You just feel like you got a foggy brain and you just don't feel like yourself. You feel like a grumpy version of yourself. That's how I woke up today, and I don't like that guy. I don't like that me. I don't like him at all. I don't like him at all. He was voted like least popular in high school, that guy. Grumpy Justin. Okay, that's enough. I'll talk about that. So, I'm sorry, Bobby. I love you. You're special to me. You're a beautiful woman. You're kind. And I need you. I need your help. I love you. Thank you. So, here we go with my little painting. We'll call it the 2-in-1, right? The 2-in-1. I've got it all taped off. Right? We got 2 canvases here now. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. This is just a standard old 16 by 20 inch canvas. Nothing special. And I'm just going to put liquid white on it. And you guys have seen me do this before. 3 bad days. Let's see. I always got to remember to check the chat. I can never remember. I've got one track mind. See, three bad falls yesterday made painful. Like, ow, falling. What are you? Ouch. That's terrible. I spent a lot of days like that. You hate to see it. You just described how I've been feeling the whole week. So, I'm making an effort to prioritize my health. That is important. It is important. Mental health is important. I'll be the first to admit it. I mess up a lot. Being human's hard. I'll be the first to say it. Being human is really hard. It's really, really hard to be nice all the time. I mean, it's easier to, not that, that's a terrible thing to say. It's not hard to be nice. It's not hard to be nice, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But all I do know is that if I messed up, I have to own up to it. I have to say I'm sorry. I can't live feeling like, I can't live feeling bad like that. It's not fun. So, I've got a little liquid white on here. I just put some polka dots on. Just put some polka dots on so I can smooth them out. Just smooth them out. Smoothing them out. White paint on a white canvas. You love it. I love it. You love it. I tell you what, I needed this today, this painting. After the way I felt today. Just feeling off. And it rained really hard today too, here. It rained hard. We have this nice umbrella, this big patio umbrella out back, and it started storming and the wind took it straight off our patio and it flipped a bunch of stuff over and it broke some of our potted plants, and I've been working really hard with this one plant, working really hard to bring it back. We brought it home from Florida. Probably shouldn't have said that, but I've been working really hard to propagate it, and it got a little beat up today, so I was a little mad about that, and that kind of set me over the edge. And often, when I'm feeling really bad like that, oftentimes I feel like I have to reset my mind, and it takes me a minute to kind of do that. It takes time almost. Like, sometimes it feels like it takes 15, 20 minutes or even like an hour to 3, 7, 8, 9 hours, and I'm still feeling funky. It's hard to be human. Emotions are hard. If you're feeling down today, I'm just here to encourage you. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I want to encourage myself too. You can do it, Jess. Thank you, Jess. And you guys can do it too. You can do it too. It's okay to have bad days. It really is. It's okay to have a bad day. I think what's not okay is to let your bad day dictate how you treat others. And I think that is what I was trying to say earlier, is the most important thing. Is I don't like to leave things poorly. I guess I'm overly sensitive. Well, I'm really taking my time with this liquid white. But that's okay. We're not in a hurry. We don't have to hurry. Alrighty. So let's jump into this one. Summer and winter. Summer and winter. Yes, you can do it, Justin. Thank you. Thank you. You can do it too. We all can do it together. I think we can do it together. I think I can paint this painting with you guys' help. Summer and winter, here we go. Got my palette here. Got my nice palette. Nice old palette. We'll put in summer first. I think we'll put summer on the right side here. I like summer. I want to be close to the summer. I want to push the winter to this side. Like, get away from me, cold. I don't want it. I don't like being cold. I don't. Let's go figure. I live in Pennsylvania and it snows a lot here. It snows a lot here. So, in my eye, I see a little summer scene. Nice little warm summer scene. Oh, before I jump, let's check this out. I found this hidden in a box from my office. Look at this little sign there. Come on, buddy. Can you see it? Is it focusing? Oh, there it goes. It says, Lord, help me hang in there. Lord, help me hang in there today. That's how I'm feeling today. Help me hang in there, guys. Let's all hang in there together. Let's paint this. Let's paint it away. Let's feel it. Let's shake it out. This is what I have to do. Whenever I'm feeling weird, I gotta shake it out. Get weird. It just really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just shake it out, and then you'll be fine, because you can't embarrass yourself any more than that. So I'll just throw a little red in this. I want a warm summery sky, something pink, maybe a touch of yellow in there too. We'll go orangey. We'll go peachy. We'll call it peach. We'll call it peach. So right here, I'm just gonna be really quick with it. Look at that, already. A lot of movement in the sky. And down here, I'll just clean out my brush with all the pink. Nothing to it, nothing to it. Sweet, nothing to it. We can go back, darken it up a bit. Darken it up. Well, I got some brown in there, that's okay. I'll just wipe it out. I'll wipe it on the off-screen paper towel. No big deal. Not a big deal. Yellow and red, that's all I got. Elizabeth Clemson and cadmium yellow. Very cool. Very cool. That's real soft. I'm not even going to clean my brush. Check this out. I'm just going to go right into blue. Phthalo blue. I'm just going to go right into the phthalo blue. Just a teeny bit. I don't need much. Don't need much. Maybe I'll do that on both sides of the brush. I'll boop, 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 boop. Just a drop. See, I tinted the corners of the hair there? Yeah. Gave them some funky looking hair on the tips. Some frosted tips. Frosted flake tips. Tap it into my bristles. That's it. It just distributes it fully through the brush. Then we'll just make little X's. and little swirls. I'm going to stay across the top of the pink. I'm not going to actually go into the pink yet. I'm just going to get close to it. And quickly, we get movement, things happening, actions. We can darken this corner down too, just by tapping. Just by tapping. Look at that. See how easy that is? Nothing to it. Let's give this some water. I want a little lake here at the bottom. Little lakey boy at the bottom, so I'll just darken this up. I figure, let's put a little Prussian blue in the lake. Just a drop of Prussian blue. Oh, it's so strong. It's so strong. One tube of this stuff would change the color of the ocean. That's how strong it is. My God. My God, it would be a dark blue ocean. So I put a little green in there. Well, I put more than a little green. I probably put too much, and that's okay. That's all right. Watch this. I'll just whoop, wipe it off. Go again. So add more blue to it. So that'll be my lake color. Lakes are blue-green. I love a blue-green lake. That's what I want to see. So just blue and green. And down here, just throw in some water. Just pulling. Let's pull and flick. Pull and flick. Almost like I'm sweeping dirt. We're playing Pong. Just flick. Flick. You gotta make the little sounds too. That helps. So we'll start with that. That's our starting point. That's just the starting point. It's funny looking. It's okay. It's all right. There's a lot of weird stuff happening up here. That's good. We like this stuff. You can see it. All the swirls. Those are good. We like those. We like the swirls. But what we don't like is the obvious brush strokes. We want to just knock those down a little bit. A little bit. So I'm going to start in my lightest area and work upwards. I'm going to light up. No. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I'm going to work from the light up. There we go. There we go. So, just making little X's. I'm just softening it down. That's all I'm doing. And right along the line where the blue is, I'll just make little circles using the top corner of my brush. And I want these two colors to come together. I don't want to tell where one starts. I just want them to just blend away into each other. I'll keep working upwards. And now I'll go all the way across like this. Just to set everything down. And I've got to work on this water. I've got to do the same exact motion. It's pretty much just mowing the grass. It's my favorite way to describe it. You just get your mower set here on the end. Mowers are set. And try to make some straight lines in your yard. Just straight across. Make all the other neighborhood dads jealous of your straight lines. That's all you got to do. And I'll just go. See how firm I'm pulling it? This is a true green lawn right here. This is a true green lawn. That's how straight those lines are. Nice and flat. Try to keep them flat. Still water looks really level. Nice and flat. That's how we like it. Break out the New Balance. Rocking my New Balances. I'll just sweep across it. Just to soften it now. Along this back edge here, you can kind of see where it's dark here and then light here. I just want to soften that line. Where does the horizon end? We don't know. It's somewhere back there. I've just softened that line down a little bit. I don't want a hard line where the water ends. It's just super soft now. Misty. That's where you catch the big old trout. Down in that misty area down there. And there's still some pinky glow in the water. Just like above. As above, so below. We're good. That's all we need for this sky. That's really all we need. For the background. For the background. For the background. Let's zoom in so you can take a look at it. Ooh, nice. You don't want to see my head. You want to see the side of my head? Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Look at that. Very soft, very nice, very clean. It's warm. There's not a lot going on. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Exactly what I'm looking for. While we're doing this, let's do the other side too. We're crazy? Let's go for it. I just want to clean this brush. All this paint from this sky, I just want to wipe out. I'm just going to wipe it out on the off-screen paper towel. Okay, we're mostly wiped out. We're clean over here, guys. We're clean. This one I want purpley. I wanted a little bright pink on the bottom and kind of purpley on top. So I did peach and a really nice blue. It's kind of orange and blue, contrasting colors. Oh, they look so good together. And over here it's going to be pink and purple. Pink and purple, I thinky it'll be pinky and purple. So with this brush, since I have blue in it, I'm going to set it down and I'm going to grab a clean one because I'm going to put red up here. If I put that blue and that green on there with the red, it's not going to be the color I want. I want a really bright pink. I want a really, really bright pink. So I'll just go to just pink by itself. Just pink. That's Elizabeth Clemson. That's a lizard Clemson. A lizard and crimson. Whichever name you choose. Whichever name you choose. So this is just... Ah, I'm bleeding. No, I'm just kidding. Look, that's just crimson. Same idea. I want them to look the same. Right? Theoretically. The similar but different. We'll say that. Similar but different. Not exactly the same. Not quite the same. So I'll put this pink in here. Kind of the same way I put the other one in. I'll start down here at the bottom and I'll make little circles, just working upwards in a way. Little variations are good. I'm just making little circles, see? Just really kind of just mashing my brush in. It doesn't quite matter. It really doesn't quite matter. And down here, I'm just cleaning out my brush. This is sneaky how you clean out. There's still pink in here. I'm just going to clean it out just like this. Just put it in the water. We know we need that color in the water, so there it is. And now I don't have much in my brush. So when I go up here, oh, do you see that? It's barely pink up here now. Super duper barely pink. Wow, sneaky. Sneaky. That's one way you can use a brush. Just with varying amounts of paint in your bristles. Very sneaky. I like that. I like that one. That was much hotter, much brighter. That's okay. We haven't blended it yet. We're going to soften it. We're going to soften it. Don't worry. Don't say, oh my gosh, call the fire department. Oh, Lord Jesus, there's a fire here. He set that fire. He set the sky on fire. I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying. So this one for the top, let's go Prussian blue on top. We put the phthalo blue in the summer sky, and you can see it. The phthalo blue is really warm. It's a really greenish blue. It's a really greenish blue, and it's nice, good for summer scenes. But when I put this when I put this Prussian blue on this one over here, it's gonna be way colder. And I'm actually gonna add a little of this midnight black to it as well. That's gonna assure that the sky stays gray, nice and gray. That'll look really wintry for us. So I'm just put a teeny bit of black on one corner and a teeny bit of Prussian blue on the other. And I'll go right here, mix the two. And for good measure, now that I've got this worked in, I'm going to put one corner into this red, just so the same value that's down here is going to work its way up. And now we'll have a nice lavendery, bluish, purplish, grayish color, and that's kind of exactly what we're looking for. Something dark, something spoopy. So here we go. I'm going to throw this one in, and immediately you can see right away it's darker. It's way darker. That's good. That's good. That's what you want. That's what you want. So it comes down this way. Maybe there's some over here. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. And while we're at it, let's put the water in too. Let's put the water in too. The water is going to go down at the bottom. I just want more blue, just more Prussian blue, right over the top of my same mix. Prussian blue and midnight black is all I've picked up. I've already had the purple going. I've just added more blue and black to it. Down here I'll do the same old song and dance. Just flick and pull. Flick and pull. Flick, pull. You can hear it. See how easy that is? See how easy that is? You can do this. Trying to keep them flat. Keeping them really flat. So flat. Horizontal. That's the ticket. Nice and horizontal. You can see they're going up there. Watch what happens. I'm going to pull that color up when I blend it. I'll show you how we blend it now. So I've got a basic sky. Let's soften it down. All my little obvious things, you can see them. The little dots, the big stuff. Anything that your eye looks at and says, that might not look correct. That may not look like it's natural. That's okay. Just use one corner of your brush, maybe like this dark spot right here. You can see them. Just take the one corner, just kind of tickle him. Say, you say, he disappears. This is very. Don't do that, but just blend them out. That's all you really got to do. You just use one corner. Just use the top corner of your brush here. A couple hairs, just a couple hairs. Just soften all this down. Soften all this down. So I got a lot of purple in the sky, a lot of grays, a lot of movement. That looks really nice. It's already looking really good. It's already looking really good. You could just sell this painting. You could pull the tape off and sell it as a piece for the Museum of Modern Art. You say it's modern art. Don't ask about it because I can't explain it. So I'm just gonna mow my grass down here. You know the drill. Get your New Balances and get yourself a cold one because it's time to mow some straight lines. So straight, crispy. Look at this. All the way across. See how hard I'm pulling? Ooh, I'm putting a lot of pressure on the brush. I'm really putting pressure, trying to bend them. Bend those bristles. And that's the start. That's the start of it. We just got to soften this background edge here. You can kind of see where it's just needs to go up a little bit. That's okay. Just soften it. Soften them together. Just like that. You got yourself a nice little cool sky. Cool little sky on both scenes. I figure we can go a little more here. Little darker. Let's take our water just a drop darker. On this one. Just a drop. Just a drop. Just pull across it a few times. Maybe we're in business. Look at that. Look at that. So we've got two neat skies. Two little neat skies. It's time to clean some brushes. It's time. I can't wait anymore. I've been so excited. Whew. First one of the night. I'm going to beat all my problems out on this brush. Woo, doggy. Just swirling it here. That's all I'm doing. We're just getting ready. Focus and get zen because I'm about to whoop this brush. Knocking off my excess here. We're going to go to town here. Yeah! Got yourself a clean brush. Woo! And I feel better. I feel so much better after that. That was so nice. I'm going to do it twice. I got two brushes there. I got two brushes. Actually, I got more than two brushes. I got a lot of brushes. Here's a tip for you. If you're oil painting, guys, use two of each brush. Really, use two of each brush. It's really going to help you. It's one for cleaning, one for blending, one for painting, or you could have one for your darks and one for your highlights. You just don't have to clean as much. If you're using one brush, you're going to clean that sucker all the time. You're going to be so good at cleaning brushes if you're only using one. And little secret about me, I'm really lazy and I don't like cleaning these brushes. I mean, I enjoy the act of beating them, but I don't like cleaning them because it's a, you know. All right. Show us the brushes. R.S. Matthews. Okay. Show us the brushes. You want to see it? You guys want to see them? All right, here they are. Show and tell time. I'll start with my big ones. Let me clean one last. I liked it. Let's do it a third time. Third time's a charm. This is the last one we'll clean. And there's not much paint in this, so I don't have to clean it that much. Good Lord. Luckily we have these beater racks. These beater racks here in a bucket. So I clean my brushes in a little rack. And just beat them against this rack here. You can see all that thinner in the bottom. So instead of getting all over my feet, it gets in this bucket. And it still kind of makes a mess, but I swear to you, it doesn't make the same mess that it would make. So let's take a look at these brushes. I guess I haven't really shown these brushes before. Well, show and tell time. Let's zoom in. Enhance. So these are Bob Ross brand brushes that I'm using today. This is the 2-inch brush. A little itty bitty 2-inch brush. You can see how small this guy is. You could paint all kinds of things with this. You could even paint the side of a house. That's what they look like. They look like brushes that you would paint the side of a house with, but they're not. They're natural hair bristles. They're real fine, real soft. They're wide. Oh, they're so wide. All these little things here give you so many details and leaves. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it, buddy. So we'll jump to this one. Here's a Bob Ross brand 1-inch brush. It's just like its big brother, only half the size. Whoop. Some people say these are easier to drive. I tend to believe that sometimes, but when you want to go fast, that 2-inch brush, nothing beats a 2-inch brush. You can cover a whole canvas in a matter of seconds. Seconds with that thing. Hello, good looking Twitch. Hey, what's up, Twitch? So, check this out. Look at this good looking brush. This is a fan brush. This is a fan brush. It's a fan. It's called a fan brush because the end of it looks like a fan, right? You sit here and be like, God, it's hot down here. Whew, fan myself off. It's hot. Nah, but this is a good brush to paint clouds. Really good brush to paint trees with. Grass. You can paint a lot of stuff with this. I'm a fan of that fan. Ty Ghosty. What's up, buddy? I'm a fan of this one too. I have two of them. So this is the number 6 fan brush. These are the big boys. They make one that's about half the size of the bristles. A little smaller, a little teenier brush. I like the big one. I get a little more detail off than bristles, I think. A little bit more detail. Okay, here's another one. Here's another brush. This is Phil Burt. This is Phil Burt. This is my good friend Phil. He paints trees, and we'll do stuff like foam, like on waves and stuff with these, because you can kind of like just you see how the bristles kind of wiggle and dance. Yeah, see like that, kind of like a little snake charmer. That's how you use these. These bristles, the bristles actually just kind of wiggle. Little secret about the brushes: they dance. If you'll pay them enough, they'll dance. And this one is my last one I'm going to show you guys. This is just a script liner brush. Little bitty script liner. It's a number 2 script liner. It's got some long hairs on it here. Do some real delicate tree branch type stick stuff. You can put in some, get yourself in a sticky situation. This guy will get you out of it. He'll get you out of it. So those are my brushes that I'm using today. Those are all Bob Ross brand brushes. I am a Bob Ross certified instructor. I use all Bob Ross brand products. They work. They really do. They're designed to work. They're designed to make it easy on you. And they do. So let's get back to this painting. That was a fun show and tell. I liked that. I liked that a lot. So if you're just if you're just joining me, hey Jess. Let's see here. If you're just joining me, we're doing summer on this side, and we're doing winter on this side. We're putting 2 in 1. We're doing the 2 for 1 tonight, baby. We're doing the 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Let's throw a couple clouds. Maybe one nice, bright, fluffy cloud. One big, fluffy guy. Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll jam these out real fast. I'm just going to go into white. Titanium white. Straight titanium white. But on the summer side. Watch this. Just a drop of that red. And when I mean a drop, watch this. I'm actually going to wipe it off here. I want to wipe most of it off. I've wiped it off here. I don't need a lot. I just want to tint it. Tint my clouds pink. They're very light pink. You probably can't tell on the camera, but they're very light pink. And they're nice looking. Ooh, very nice. So here we go. Throw some little clouds in here. I figure we'll just do one big one. Maybe a big fluffy guy right here. Enhance. Right here. A big old cloudy boy. Okay, here he is. He lives right here. Using just the corner of my brush, I can throw him in. Just like this. Making little shapes. Just like that. So there's a start. There's a start. I want to think like this. I've said this. This is how I describe clouds. Think about a ball falling down stairs. I'll give you a second there. Think about like a bouncy ball, like a bouncy ball, a basketball, something, some sort of ball just falling downstairs. It's not going to hit every stair. It's going to bounce. It's going to have that kind of staggered effect. That's a good word, staggered effect. That's what we're looking for in our clouds. We don't want just a big cotton ball type shape up there. We want movement and variation. And all you have to do that is just vary the angle of your brush that you're painting with. I can hold it like this. I can angle it down a little more. Angle it up. Just put these little things in. Just like that. And I'll give him some body. I'll give him just a little bit of body. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of body. And body this way, from top to bottom. That's it. See, I made him a little thicker there. Whoop. Gave him some body. So I gave him some body to love. It's all in the only time I'm ever going to do that. So that was free. You earned it. You earned that one. Watch this. I'm going to take the same purple that I put in the sky, but I'm going to go right to this white with it now and cool this down a bit. So I'm cooling my cloud color down. It was very warm. It was very pink. And it looked really nice. Looked really good over here. It's got a nice little pink glow to it. But on this one over here, I want a little bit of purple. I want a little bit of purpley glow. So I'm going to try to put the same shape of cloud in, if that makes sense. If we can do that. So with just a little bit of red and a teeny bit of this purple mix, let's throw him in too. Right along the edge. And I'm just pulling this in one direction and pushing a little bit. Maybe right here he'll do the same thing. Yep, there he is. And then he comes up like that and comes down, over, down. Yep, reload a little bit. Change my flavor. I'll just add some white to it. Just a bit of white. Same old guy, maybe he comes up a little bit right there. Yep, he does now. He does now. Goes over. Yeah. Okay, give him the body. Give him some body. Ooh. I like them. So they're not exactly the same, and that's okay. I don't want them to be exactly the same. I want to say they're non-fraternal twins. They're twins, but they're different. Okay? They're different. Don't say they're the same, because they're not. They have different personalities. One of them is really gray, and one of them is really warm. And that's how I'm going to distinguish my two clouds. So I'm going to take this brush here and just blend. I want to blend the bottom of these away. Blend away the bottoms. I'm just going to grab them and pull. I'm just going to grab the bottoms and kind of twist and pull. Very lightly across the whole bottom and then work up through the body of them. Yep, smooth them out. See how he's sitting on there? I just blended away the bottom. Now on this next one here, I'll zoom in so you can see real good. There he is. Remember, don't go too close because the camera struggles. I learned that the last live stream. So, using the same brush, the same technique. I'm just using the corner of my brush. Let me put down my palette so I can show you. I'm only using the corner of my brush here. When I mean the corner, I'm only using, here's a side view. I'm only using, just thinking about using a couple hairs. Just a couple of them. Right around in here. Blending away the bottom into nothing. Let's make a little J shapes, little Q's. Nothing to it. There he is. A couple little clouds just sitting there. You gently lift them up. Lift both of them. This is thick paint we put on here, so that paint's not going to go anywhere. We can go right over it when we use a super duper light touch. When I'm going over this, man, I'm barely touching it with like 2 hairs here. I want to think about like a whisper going across these clouds, because I could swipe them real hard and they would just disappear. But I'm only using 2 hairs to very lightly suggest that maybe there's some air blowing through these. They've got some floaty lift to them. If that makes any sense. If not, maybe it's lost in translation. I don't know. I just don't know. But I do know that it's time to put a mountain in this guy. It's time to put a mountain. It's mountain time. Time for mountains. Let's do it. So I'm going to put in a couple mountains. Makes sense? TDK shine. Makes sense. Makes sense to me. So I've got this color here. Well, I've got all these colors here. You see them? You see all these colors I've got? I want to use a couple of them to make a mountain mix. We've used mountain mix before, the Bob Ross pre-mix stuff, but let's mix a mountain mix of our own today. It's really just all your dark colors. Prussian blue. And I'm going to take about a tic-tac size of each color. A tic-tac of each color. Prussian blue. Midnight black. Van Dyke brown. Alizarin crimson. You can see it. It's just about a tic-tac size. It's not much. Just a tic-tac. And sap green. I'm going to do 2 tic-tacs of sap green. Whoa, you said 1 tic-tac. Okay, well, 1 of everything else and 2 of the sap green. Okay? Okay? I'm just teasing. Here we go. So I'll mix these. To mix them, just pick them up like this. Pick them up and flip them over. Mush them. Pick it up again. Flip it over. Mush it out. Now it's fully mixed. What a concept. What a concept. It's fully mixed. I cut myself a little bit off. Oh, I cut myself. No, I didn't cut myself. I need to cut myself a tiny roll. So what I want to do is pull this out flat. You can see it. It's like a runway on the glare. See it? Yeah, there it is. A little runway. And when I cut across it, it leaves me a perfect little roll. Oh man, it's right there on the edge, just like Bob Ross did it. That's how he did it. That's how I do it. Same old, same old. Let's put our mountains in. But here is where it gets tricky, and I'll say this every time I put mountains in. Please, please don't start your mountains too high. If you start your mountains way up here, your perspective, it looks like you're looking way up a mountain, and it's hard to get your lake and your mountain to line up. If you just start them a little lower, you can start them lower, and if they need to grow, give them a little water. Wait a few years, they'll grow. They'll grow on you. So I'm gonna go. If this is my halfway point right there, so we'll say that's the halfway point in the canvas. I want to go a little bit above the halfway point, about 1 inch above, and just pull. Just pull off like this. Down and away. And over here, I'm just going to make a little line like this. So there's the start of my mountain. I'm going to scrape away all that color I put on and put a little bit right here. So there's the start of the mountain. There he is, just a little bit. I'm going to grab a little more paint. Now we can change this. You can see how it's just a straight line there. I want some variation in that. A lot of times I see people put their mountains in and they just look like a big old pyramid up there. Just straight line, you know. And then this one, that's fine. But those mountains, they have some edges to them. They got some weird little things. Let's see. Oh, Starflyer 1. Excited to see some painting followed from a Bob Ross stream last weekend. Thank you. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're excited to watch. I'm excited to paint for you. Let's just do this. I'm throwing in some mountains. I'll show you how easy it is. I'm just going to vary my line. You can see it right there. It's super straight. It's like a straight edge. You could ski down that mountain and you break this sound barrier. You could go so fast. I just want to vary it. So just here and there, I'm just going to wiggle in some things with the corner of my almost said brush. With the corner of my knife, just vary the heights. So this one comes up, over and down. He does that. Let's say there's also a whole other peak that kind of comes off now. So now there's two peaks there instead of just being one. It's not real steep. It's not real steep. You can see it. So I'm going to scrape off everything I just put on except for the top edge. This clean top edge, you can see it. I just want to point to it all the way across the top of here. See that top edge? It's clean right now. Really clean line. That's the most important part of mountains, is that top edge. Everything that's underneath, we don't care about right now. All this stuff down here, it just doesn't matter. I can blend it away with my finger. It just doesn't matter. I want to scrape it away as hard as I can. You can hear it. I'm really scraping it. Oh, I'm giving it the business. I'm really giving it the business. So there's one. There's one little mountain. Let's blend him out. All I got to do is take my 2-inch brush. Just take the 2-inch brush here and just set it down in the paint and wiggle it up to the top and pull all the way off to the edge of the canvas. I'll do it again. Just pull one solid stroke. And on the left side here, I'm going to do the same thing but opposite. Wiggle it up, wiggle it up. Oh yeah, there he is. There he is. See, I went over the edge. That's okay. That's okay. I can just do this. Add a little bit more to it. Change it a bit. No big deal. It just doesn't matter, folks. It just doesn't matter much. It just doesn't matter much. Down here, I'm just going to blend away into nothing. I'm just going to blend away into nothing. Let me show you. Just like that. Just like that. Now it looks like a mountain sitting on mist. Oh boy, you can see it now. Super misty there. Woo! That looks nice. Boy howdy, that looks nice. I like it. I like that one so much. Let's do it again. One more time. Let's do it again. Pick up a little bit more of this mix. I'm going to add a little bit more red to it this time for the sake of changing my flavor. Just for the sake. Plus I want this one a little bit more purple. I want this background color to be a little bit more purple, and I'm going to add a teeny bit of white to it as well. What I mean a teeny bit. Just a teeny bit. Very cool. Very cool. So let's do this real quick. So we've got one mountain in. Let's just throw another one just as fast. Maybe, yeah. Maybe he comes up like this and ties them together somehow. So there's that one. Quick little mountain. Just throw him in too. Don't think about it. Just do it. You don't have to worry. It's gonna work. Just draw a quick little line and then fill them in like this. Scrape off your excess. That's so important to scrape off your excess. Oh, see that? I don't know what I'm looking at him. He's not quite high enough here. Let me make him a little bigger. Taller. You guys didn't tell me that. It's so true. It's so interesting getting to learn all the principles behind Bob's technique. You know, I say this a lot too. Bob paints like a madman. They give him 26 minutes to show you how to paint, and he paints like a crazy person. He paints so fast, and he paints so clean too. That's the most impressive part. But what I'm going to show you, I'm going to take my sweet time, and I'm going to show you these little things that he just breezes right through. Because some of these things are really important. If you're an oil painter, some of these tricks and tips are really going to help you. They really will. I just want to make these about the same height. I can clearly see that they're not now that I'm standing in front of it. Let me just do that. Add to them. See how easy it is to change these mountains? They can grow on you quick too if you're not careful. Yeah. Yep. All right. Okay. All right. Scrape off my excess. So I'm scraping off all the excess, and I'm just putting it right back on my palette because I can use it. I can still use it. It's paint. I can still use it. I just want to get most of it off here. And the reason we scrape, I just can't talk today, guys. The reason we scrape all this paint off is so we can layer more on top of it. We just need the value, which means the darkness. We need the dark color. We don't actually need the paint. So if I scrape most of the excess away, the value stays, meaning that the canvas is stained. The canvas is stained, and I couldn't get that black paint out of there even if I tried. So I'm just going to pull these off the edge. This one I'll do the same old down and to the left. Blend them away into nothing. And then you can see it. It's just a little mountain sitting on some misty area. What's back there? We don't know. It doesn't matter yet. It just doesn't matter yet. But we know there's something spooky back there. Ooh, it's spooky. It's misty. We like that. So I'm just going to clean this 2-inch brush. I just pulled all that dark color out. I got to get it out of my bristles. So give them the old beat down. 1-2. Give them the old 1-2. Okay. All right. Okay. So that brush is good and clean now. You can see it. It's nice and clean. Nothing better than a clean brush. Nothing better than a clean brush. So let's throw our snow on really fast. I'm just going to pull out some white paint. When I'm pulling this out, I'm thinking about a runway, a really long runway. I'm pulling out really flat. I squeeze it. Oh, you can see it. Do you see how flat it is? If I can get it to reflect in the light. It's flat. I've mushed it a whole long runway. As flat as I can get it. That's the ticket. If I start really flat here, when I come through with my little snow plow, well, let me change the flavor. So I don't want just white. Let's add some red to this. And a touch of black. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice. So I pull it out real flat. And when I cut across it, just a little bit, I get a nice, perfect load. Because I squeeze it out so flat onto the palette, I can roll out a perfect little roll. And it's nice and neat. It's clean on my knife. That's important. If your knife is goopy, you're not going to get a good looking highlight on your mountain. You need a good clean roll, and that's how we do it. Pull it out flat, cut across. Snow plow. Can't miss. So I'll just start right here. Start in with my brush kind of straight in like a brush. I keep calling this a brush. This guy. Here we go. Start with my handle up. So handle down, handle up, handle down, handle up. So I'll start handle up. Set the paint in and just cut across and start throwing in my highlight. Start throwing in my little highlights. There they are. There they are. I see those. I can bring this down a bit like this and over and through. Look at that. Goodness. Do you see those? Now I'm using no pressure. No pressure at all to do this. So here's my little roll of paint. And when I set this up here, and I mean no pressure, Bob tries to explain this too, but what he's really doing is he sets the knife down, and the knife actually doesn't touch the canvas. The paint is just kind of squeegeeing in between the knife, and the canvas grabs what it wants. So the knife never touches, except for the very end. When you watch it, it goes shing, shing, because that's when the paint runs out. Sneaky. So right here, let's put one more. There he is. So there's highlights, snowy highlights. See how easy that was? Oh. Let's do the highlights on this one now. Now what I want this brown. We've done it. All right, we'll do it. We'll make it. We'll make Charlie Brown. It's Christmas. We'll make Christmas brown, folks. It's time. So I'm gonna take about an M&M's worth. It's about an M&M. If you were to mush a regular M&M, that's about how much it would be. So I'm going to take about a regular M&M of the red, and about a regular, maybe 3/4 of the green. Just red and green, equal proportions, maybe more red. Mix them together real good. See what we got. So, oh yeah, right away it turns brown. Red and green together make brown. Red and green together make brown. You can take this to the red side or the green side. If you take it to the red side, it kind of looks a little bit more like stones. So add a little bit of white to this and a little bit of Van Dyke brown just to gray it. If you put Van Dyke brown in something, it's going to assure that it'll be gray. Van Dyke brown is a very gray brown. So I want just a touch more white. Marbly color. I want a nice marbly brown. There it is. Do you see it? Oh, there it is. It's marble. It looks like marble. And that marble will stay on your painting, because all you got to do is pick it up like this. And now the knife has marbled paint in it. Oh boy, he's getting crazy. So I'll do the same old song and dance on this side, but using the brown. Start right here. At the top, starting at the top. Ooh, that's nice. That's real nice. I like that. So we're going to put 2 layers on this one because it is brown. So we need a brighter color on top of it. So we're going to put a brown and a lighter brown on top of it. Sneaky. Let's just underpaint the kind of rocky area. There's that. There's that. Comes down and around like that. Maybe there's some on this peak here too. Maybe there's some there. And we'll do the same old to this one too. Like this. Just a little bit on those 2 peaks. So I'm going to add white to my brown and yellow ochre to make my highlight color. Very nice. Very nice. So this is just a light tan color. It's almost like caramely color. Caramel brown. If you're a fan of caramel brown, this will be your color. So right here over this brown, I'm going to very lightly just throw in some highlights. Oh, there they are. Oh, there they are. Can you see them? Oh, I see them. They look so good. So one's covered in snow and one's covered in dirt. Rocks, dirt, something. We like it. Looks good. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So right here, just put this next one in. Just down and away into nothing. Very cool. I like that a lot. Just a touch on him. And there they are. So we need shadows. We can do this. You can do this many ways. You can do all of your highlights and then put all your shadows on, or you can do all your shadows and put all your highlights on. For today's painting, I've put all my highlights on both. You can see them. Kind of don't make sense right now. Well, I mean, it does, but you can see this whole bare area here. Kind of bare. That's where we're going to put our shadows. That's a perfect spot. The perfect spot for shadow. So we'll make a shadow color. I want a nice purple for my winter scene. And I know of only one way to make purple. Red and blue together. So I'm going to take Prussian blue and Elizabeth Clemson. And just start mixing those two together down here. And I'm going to add white to it. See what we get. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's a pretty purple. Very pretty purple. Add a touch of blue to it to make sure it stays dark. Good and dark color. So I'm just going to test it. I want to hold it up to my highlight color and see how it looks. Yeah, I like that. We could probably go a little brighter. That's good. Perfect. Perfect. Let's do it. I'm going to use the little side of the knife now. You can see the little teeny side. You got two sides on the knife there. The big side and the little side. I'm going to use the little guy. The little edge for this real delicate stuff right here. Just drop some purple in right here. Whoop. Same old thing here. Whoop. Tie those two together. Oh, yes, sir. You can see that. You can see it. Cut myself a little roll of paint right here. And on this one, maybe he's going to go down and all the way off. Like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's nice. That's real nice. So, I'm just going to throw a little bit more of this in here. Just a bit more. Maybe right here. Just to tie those two together. Just a bit. Just a bit. And we'll work on these. The great thing about mountains is you can play with the highlight color and the shadow back and forth. You can just build layer after layer. Like a train track. Okay, so let's get out. I almost forgot about my chat here. Almost forgot my chat. So interesting to get. Oh, I already read that one. Yeah, that's what I've been thinking lately. He makes it look like magic, but I'm curious about how he makes the choices for color and composition. Whoa, nice. Impressive how that ochre is kept under control. That shake just made me do a double take. The shadow color really offers depth. It does. The shadow color really does offer depth. Because if you got a light source, you got to have a shadow. Everything that gets a highlight needs its own personal shadow, or it just won't play. It just won't look right without its own shadow. So let's throw another shadow in over here on this dirt mountain side. I'm going to use blue, Prussian blue, and white. And a bit of Van Dyke brown to gray it. Remember that? Van Dyke brown makes things gray. Oh, nice. So the Prussian blue, don't need much. Remember how strong that is. Remember, don't need much. That's midnight black. We don't need that. We don't need that. A little bit of it's okay. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. Pull it out real flat. Oh yeah, we got a nice gray color. Really nice stony gray. I just want to add a touch of phthalo blue to it to make it shadowy. Oh, that's nice. Folks, that's nice. That was what I was looking for. Just a bit of blue with that gray. Really brought it together. Really brought a nice shadow color in. I'm going to just check it up here. I'm just going to take a bit of it and hold it up to my canvas and see what it looks like. Yep, I like that. So here we go. Right here off the back edge. Just say all the way down and off the edge. Very cool. Very cool. I'm going to load the little side. Do this peak. Whoop. Whoop. Just a little bit. Don't need much. Don't need much. Bob Ross said, and this is what they told me when they were explaining all this painting stuff to me. They said, the instructors, Nikki Hankins, and the people at the Bob Ross school, they said if you're doing these highlights, and you put an ounce of highlight up there, or you put a pound of highlight, you only need an ounce of shadow color. If you put a pound of highlight color, you need an ounce of shadow. You need a significantly less amount of reflected light, is what I'm trying to say. Very little shadow is what you need in comparison to your highlight. So through here, I'm just going to pull this down and away. Start dropping in my little shadow. Start dropping in my shadows. Whoop, 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 whoop. There he is. Couple little mountains. They're pretty neat. They're pretty neat. Let's play around. Let's play around one time. Let's play around for a second here. Just for a second. Maybe like right here. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Maybe there's some more brown highlights too that kind of just tie in there. Yeah, that looks really nice, folks. Looks really, really nice. Bit of shadow there. And lastly, bit of shadow here. So there they are, the two littlest mountains. All we have to do is soften their bottoms. Soften the bottom edge just by tapping and diffusing some of the paint. Just diffusing paint, that's all I'm doing. I'm working my way up the mountain. On this side I'll do the same. Just kind of following the angle of the mountain. Now I'll sweep. I'll just do a gentle sweep up the mountain here. Anywhere that I tapped, I want to lightly sweep. That takes out the brush tap marks. When I tap these in, it blends the background, it mists the background, and it makes little tap marks. And when I brush over them, the tap marks the tap marks disappear, but the haziness stays. The haziness stays, and that's important, making those little hazy layers. So just sweep up. Just do a little sweeping. Down here, sweeping into nothing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at those mountains. The littlest mountains, baby. The littlest mountains. I like them. I very much like them. Look at that. I really like those. I'll say it. The gray shadow. The kind of grayish, bluish shadow here on the back side of this. Boy, that's really something. Happy little mountains there, I tell you what. How about that? I'll drink to that. I'll drink to those mountains. This is just water in a little cup. Hope I don't choke on camera. Ah! I got a drinking problem. I choke when I drink. So, let's put some foothills in these guys. I think there might be some little foothills that kind of run in front of these. I really do. I really think there's some foothills in there. And I've got two shadow colors going. Remember them? There they are. Purple, gray. Purple, gray. Gray, purple. Purple, gray. Purple and gray. Those are my two shadow colors. I'm going to use them to make foothills. Foothills. And we don't waste paint. We don't waste paint. I mean, I don't. I try not to waste paint. I use as much of it as I can. That's what I mean. I use as much of this as I can. So, let's do housekeeping. This is my favorite part. Housekeeping. Two different piles of color here. I'm going to mix them. I've got two dark colors here and two light colors here. I'm going to mix two of the piles together. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to take the brown and the gray together. Pick those up. Put those together. Now I'll pick up the purple. I'm going to put it in here. See, there wasn't much purple. There wasn't much purple there. Now, while I'm cleaning up here, here's my baby wipe. Here's my baby wipe. So this baby wipe will pretty much just wipe up this oil paint. And that's good, because oil paint's hard to clean. Oil paint's hard to clean. So I'm just giving myself some room to work. That's it. Just giving myself room to work. Let's put in our summer foothills. I see them. I think they're just going to cut right across here. Something like that. Super easy. I've got this color going here. A little bit of the blue, a little bit of the brown. I'm going to put green in it, and blue, and white. And let's see what we got. Maybe a little bit more white. Let's see what we got. What do you think we got? I think we got a nice green color here. I think we've got a nice green color, and that's what I want. That's exactly what I want. Oh, here it is. It's a pretty green. It's a nice green. Nice and pretty light green. We can add some sap green, some phthalo blue, and Prussian blue to it. Bring up the value. Tone it up. Pump it up the jams here. Let's pump up the summer jams. What summer jams are you guys listening to? Are you guys getting ready for summer? Summer's coming. Summer will be here before you know it. Summer will be here before you know it. So wipe the knife. Or wipe the knife. I'll wipe the knife off. I'll take my 1-inch brush. My teeny bitty 1-inch brush. And I want to put my foothills in. I'll show you how to load this brush real quick. So I got a nice little pile of this green. I'll show you. Come on up here close. Come on up here close. I'll show you. Come on up here close. That's silly. All right, here it is. Pull it in one direction. Flip the brush over. Set it down and pull it in one direction. Oh, there's Kitty talking. And now push. 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 See that? I just pull it flat. Pull it. Push. That's how we load it. When you see the ridge of paint, you can see the little ridge there. When you see the ridge, you know you've got enough paint. Because the ridge that's there, there's one just like it on the tip of my brush. You can see it. You can see the little ridge of paint. It's on the edge of my brush. Bob Ross does this. The next time you watch Bob Ross paint, he says, I'm just going to tap a little color into my bristles. Just like this. And he'll do it real fast, just like this. The next time you watch him, just watch. You'll see that little ridge of paint because he's sliding his brush forward. He's pushing it in and sliding. And he's loading that paint right on the tip of the bristles. Right there. You can see a little ridge. That sneaky devil. That sneaky devil. Watch this. And then all you got to do is just come up here. Same old way. And just tap. 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 Little stamps. Stamp. 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 And I can vary my heights. That's important too. See that there? Doot doot. The little dooty doo there. Those are good. We like those. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to give it body. Remember that? And just like the clouds, we give the foothills body the same way. It's just another layer. One more. Another one. Same old, same old. Just taps. Tap, 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 tap. Maybe lighter down here. Maybe lighter down here. I don't want much. Maybe I just want to give them some body up here. You can round them. That's cool. Now, take your clean brush. Take a clean brush here. A clean 1-inch brush. Remember, I have two of these going. I have two 1-inch brushes going, so I'm just going to tap the bottom of this very firmly. Tap the bottom edge. I'm going to blend away this bottom edge right here. In oil painting, we blend away the bottom edge of something so we can layer something else in front of it. Just tapping it downwards. I'm really pressing. I'm really pressing this in. Very cool. Quick little foothills. Now all you've got to do is just lift the very tops of these. Just go back and lift the tops of them. Load a little more paint on your brush. Same way. Flip it over. And now lift. Just here and there across the tops of these. We're just lifting up paint. we had a little ridge of paint on our brush, and we left it behind. We came in and we actually boop, tapped in that paint. We left it. We left paint there. So we can lift it and make teeny little treetops. Teeny little treetops. If I can zoom in and show you. There they are. The teeny little treetops. Boy, that's so easy. You can do this if you want to get crazy. And I know you do. I know you want to get crazy because I want to get crazy. All you do to get crazy, just add a little bit more blue and a little bit more blue. A little bit of blue, a little bit of blue, and a little bit of green. Darken it. Just darken it. Same old way, only darker now. And right here, in this misty area we just put in, maybe there's another row. Boop, 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 boop. 2 rows of foothills. Look how easy that is. Tap them in, tap them in. Blend away the bottoms, same old way. Just blend away the bottoms. Nice and firm. So firm. See how soft they get down here and misty? Whoa, so soft, so spooky, so misty. Boy, those look good. That's exactly what we're looking for. Exactly what we're looking for. And just take your brush, just lift them. Lift the top of those. Lift them up. Don't put them down. Lift them up. Lift them up, folks. Lift them up. Along the bottom here, just tap again. Perfect. Very cool. Very perfect. While we're doing that, here we go. Don't forget to zoom out, Jess. The camera will struggle if you don't. Happy little trees. Yeah, they are. There they are. The happiest little foothills. Let's decide where land and water meet. Let's decide where land and water meet. Using the same color plus Prussian blue. Plus Prussian blue. That's all. That's all. So we've made it a little bit more blue. Let's decide where our water and land meet. Let's say that comes right here. Just grab it, pull straight down. Pull straight down. Oh. And then as you're working back towards the edge this way, kind of step, almost like you're taking steps over. They almost overlap a little bit. So I want it to kind of look like it's running away from us. Just go back with a clean brush now. This is where we make it look like water. This is where we make it look like water. We take our clean brush and just firmly pull them down. This is where we set them into the painting. I'm setting the paint, setting it, and I'm going to smooth it across very lightly. 2 hairs and some air. And those little reflections will move. They'll move just like water. Wow. Wow. W-O-W. Look at that. My goodness. We just put a whole forest in there in no time flat. No time flat. I'm just going to take my liquid white and give myself a couple, 2, 3, 4 drops. 2, 3, 4. This is my extra reserve pile here. I just want to put a bit of blue in that. And a bit of, no, that's good. Just blue. Make it like water. Now I got a nice bluish white color. It almost looks like a sky. All I do is cut across it like this. Just like a little knife. Just shing, cut across it. And right here, decide where your water is. Just try to cut a hole right through your canvas. You really can't hurt it. You cannot hurt it. I believe me, you can't. I've tried my hardest to cut through these and I just can't. So there's a bit of water line. Maybe it goes off back this way. There he is. Little water line right under our foothills. Woohoo! My goodness. See the little shimmer? That looks so nice. So nice. Maybe there's something out here in the water too. Maybe there's something out here in the water. Just a few things. A couple little thingies. Tap in a few shimmers. These will look like little shimmers of light across the water. Shimmers of light across the water. Grab them and pull them out. Grab them and pull them out. That easy. We've got a nice little lake. Foothills in a lake. Foothills in a lake. Let's do it again. Let's do the same old thing. The same old song and dance. But these ones are going to be purple on this side, obviously, because of the snow. On account of the snow. Let's make them purple. So I'm going to clean this brush. Swirly whirly in my paint thinner. I'm just cleaning this off screen here. Are you guys enjoying this? Because baby I am. Because baby I am. Let's get jamming here. Let's get jamming. So I'm wiping my brush, just getting the moisture out of it, just like I always do. Just like I always do. And this one here, let's be fast. I'm just going to go into the white. Just a ton of white. Load my brush full of white paint. And to the white, I want to add my purple. I want to add my purple. And a bit of blue. Don't be shy. Add some blue to it. If you say blue, add some blue. Don't be shy. A bit of red. So we'll start kind of a light purple first. A nice lavendery, Eastery pastel, almost like it's like sugary purple. I don't know, like Fun Dip, like purpley Fun Dip color. It's pastel-y purple. We'll just say that. It's a nice pastel purple. We'll follow this same old line too. Maybe it goes like this. The first row of foothills is just light purple. Very light purple. Can leave some paint behind for those. Yeah, there they are. Those look good. Wow. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to clean out this brush. Actually, I'm going to wipe out this brush. Because I'm lazy. No, I'm going to clean it. There's too much green in it. This is the brush I use to really tap my green in. There's too much green in the bristles. I can't get away with pulling those on this purple. If I do, it's going to turn green. And I'm just going to clean the brush. Just clean the brush, Jess. Just do it. Okay. So that was a good lesson in painting management. Before I just went ahead and just tapped on up there, I decided to clean my brush to make sure there was no green in it. Because this one is winter and there's no green in winter. It's nice and purple. So I made a decision and I stuck with it. So here I go. I'm going to blend away the bottom of these. Just soften them. They don't need much. It's already a really light color there. Lift them. Ooh, those look so pretty. Wow, they look so distant. They look like they're way back there. So far away. So there's those. Oh, wrong way. Yes, sir. Let's do another row. That fast. Let's do it. I'll just show you real quick. I've already got the color here. I just want to add more blue and more red. A little bit of Russian blue. A little bit of Elizabeth Clemson. Right away. Whew. It's purple. It's much more purple. Can you believe that? You believe it. You believe it. So here we go. Doing the same old thing, just with purple now, a darker purple. Just gotta make sure I have enough on my bristles. I blew myself. Did you see that? I did. I know you saw it. So, here we go. Yes, making the noise is part of the method I see. Yep, it really is. That's how you do it. If you're a freak, this really helps. So I want a darker layer right here now. Darker purple layer. Two rows of foothills. A really light one and a darker purple layer one. Yeah. I like that. I'm a big fan of that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. Blend away the bottoms, remember? Actually, let's give this guy, no, here we go. We'll do this first. We'll blend away the bottoms. Then we'll give him some body. Just like I thought it would. So what I did was I took that color there, I started pulling it down like this. I'm tapping it and I'm working it downwards. Just working it downwards, that's all I'm doing. So I can go back with a teeny bit of this purple, and here and there I can kind of round some things over like this. I kind of put a couple of them in here. Just tap them out again. Lift them. Grab my brush with the paint in it and lift it. That helps. Yes, sir. Here we go. Grab and pull. There it is. There's the 2 rows of foothills. Really light purple, really dark purple. Wow. Wow, I like them. Let's put a waterline in. We can do that. I'm just going to add red to it. Change my flavor up a bit, just like I always do. So here I go with my new waterline. Let's say he's about the same. Yeah, there he is. Oh, actually, folks, I forgot my reflections. I'm ahead of myself. That's okay, watch this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. He's gone. Scrape him away. It's really not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. That's the great thing about this oil painting technique is Bob Ross said it, I'll say it. You really don't make mistakes. If you do something you don't like, just take your knife and scrape it off. It's that easy. Instant. Gone. So I'll decide where my land and water meet just by grabbing and pulling down. I'm just putting that same dark color in. That's the color I just put in the foothills with. Taking care to pull straight down. That's important. Straight down. That's so important. Take my 2-inch brush, and I want to set the reflections in. I did this before, I'll do it again. I just set the bristles down on it. Just really give it some pull here. I'm just smoothing out paint. That's all I'm doing is smoothing out paint. Really smoothing it out. Now I can go gently, very gently, and I mean gently across. Just whisper, whisper light. There they are. A few little reflections hanging out. Now we can put our water line in. So now we're ready for the water line. So we got ahead of ourselves earlier, and that's okay. We can do it now. We can do it now. We just decide where the line is. There it is. So I've just added some pink to this just to warm it up. Little bit of pink to my water line. Uh-huh. Very cool. All right. Would you look at that? Would you? Would you just look at that? Put a little sparklers out here just for the sake of saying we did it. A few little thingies. And if you don't like something, just gently go across it. It's gone. It's gently gone. You can scrub something if you don't like it also. It'll blend into the background. It'll just blend right into your background for you. So there's our two little scenes. Let's put some stuff in the front here. Let's put some stuff in the foreground. I figure a big old tree is in order here. A big old couple of trees. 2 or 3 maybe. 2 big old trees and some land. Yes, I see it. I see it, you see it. Let's housekeep a bit. A bit of housekeeping. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything I've used and pile it up. Everything I've used, I'm just going to pile it up. Now this will be called our mother color. This is the mother color. Because this is all those mothers together. That's a Steve Ross joke. I learned that from Steve Ross. That's Bob Ross's son. You know, I actually met Steve Ross. I met Steve Ross and Dana Jester out in Indiana. I went to their painting workshop in April. And I learned a lot. Those guys can paint. So I'm going to add all my darks to this mix. Brown, black, blue, green. I want a good dark color. And there it is. A nice dark color. It's good and dark. Excuse me, just had to go crazy there for a second. All right, so with my fan brush, I'm going to throw these trees in lightning quick. I'm just going to throw these in lightning quick. Lightning McQueen fast. I am speed when it comes to trees. So once I get my brush loaded, good and full, that's the trick here with these fan brushes, is you got to load a ton of paint into them. I see a lot of people putting their trees in, and they just kind of look like little fuzzy outlines of trees because they just quite don't have enough paint in the bristles. I've fully loaded this. I've loaded it fully. I couldn't get any more on here. It's not caked, but all the bristles have come together. That's important. I'll press it into the paint. Press it in. That gives me some detail. Gives me some nice detail. So I figure, big old crooked tree, tall boy. Oh boy, he is so tall now. That's a big umst. That's a big one. Let's do it over here too. But I'm going to add black and red to this mix, because I want it more purpley. It'll have a purple tone to it, a reddish tone. We'll do the same old thing right here. Boop, 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 boop. 2 big trees. There they are. Fred, Clyde. Fred, Clyde. They don't have much personality yet, but they will. They will. I promise. So I'll go back to my green. This is kind of a greenish mix. It's kind of dark green is what it looks like. It looks like a really hunter green. In here, to my eye, it's huntery green, but on camera it probably looks black. So using just the corner of my bristles, watch how easy this is. Using just the corner of my bristles, I'm going to hold this like a pencil. Just like a pencil. Say I'm drawing. You can see me like I'm drawing with it. So I'll hold it way back here on the end. And I'll just tap ever so lightly. 1, maybe 1, 2. Down here I'm going to go 1, 2. Maybe 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna follow a little pattern like that, kind of like I'm walking down the steps. Does that make sense? 2, 3. Maybe there's another one here. Now you can go fast with these. It kind of works a little better when you go faster. And don't think about it too much. Think about your pattern. Maybe you say a few in the middle here. This is where the birds live, is in the middle. And then you say 1, 2, 3 down to the right. Give yourself a few in the middle for the birds, down to the left. A few in the middle for the birds, and then 1, 2, 3 down to the right. Down here I want it good and dark. Good and dark down there. You can see him. Quick little tree. Littlest tree that could. He's not very wide, and that's what we like. We like to keep him skinny. Through here in these areas, don't let them get too fat on you. Don't let them get too fat. They look a little bit more realistic if they stay skinnier. I know it's probably, huh? What's that guy talking about? But when they stay a little skinnier, they kind of look better, in my opinion. But don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. So here we go. Just adding red. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Just made another little pile. Just more red and the green. Same old, same old. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 to the left. Look a few to the right. Down, down and to the left, down and to the right, down and to the left. And as I'm working down, I'm pressing harder and harder and harder and harder on the brush. But up here at the top, I'm just kind of barely touching it. You know, just boop. I just give it a little bitty boop. Little itty bitty boop. But down here, oh, I give them a big old boop. I give them a big old boop. I squeeze them. Squeeze them in. Squeeze them in. You can see right away that they look like trees. They're good and dark. Good and dark. That's important, that they're really dark. And what I mean by dark is you can't see through the center section right here. They're dark in this particular area right in here. This is where the birds and the squirrels, all the critters and the creatures live, in these really dark areas. Oftentimes I see people putting these trees in and they just don't have quite enough dark in them. And you can see right through them. And I say, well, I don't think I've ever seen a tree that you could see through the trunk. Maybe someday there's an invisible tree, but I've never seen it. I've never seen it. So give them a bit of body. Give them some body. Give them some body to love, please. That's it. I want to put in a tree trunk. Nice tree trunk color. I'm going to make a little bit more of my Christmas brown. I'm going to add red, Van Dyke brown, and green. My three colors together. I'll get a nice green color. And white. Marble it. Marble it, marble it. You see how it got all marbly? Yeah, there it is. That's just what we like. That marbly is so nice. And just here and there, decide where your tree trunk is. You wouldn't see the whole trunk all the way down the tree. You wouldn't see it. It wouldn't show. But just a little bit is good here and there. So you decide maybe there's some here. Maybe a little bit here. I want to add a little bit of red. A bit of blue to this. Make it purpley. Purpley gray. Yeah? Yeah. Purpley gray on the other tree. I don't want just brown in that one. He wouldn't be just brown. He'd be purpley. I think. I think so. So just blue, white, and red. See what we got. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Not bright enough. A little bit more white. Cool. There it is. There's our purpley gray tree color. Go over this. Boop. Right here. Boop. Bit there. Boop. So there's our little tree trunks. You see them? They look nice. They look nice. They wouldn't hurt you. These tree trunks wouldn't, at least. Scratch in a couple sticks, just with the knife. like this. Just cut through the paint, reveal the canvas underneath. Scratch away the paint and reveal the canvas. Can you see it? Oh boy, they look good. They look good. You can see, oh, there's a bright one right there. Maybe a little guy, he just comes off here. Here too. Maybe there's a big one right here. Ah, yeah. Look at those sticky boys. Wiggle them. Make them sticky. They kind of hang, almost hang down. Like they're down, but they kind of down, but then the tips of them grow up like this. Kind of like that. That's how I imagine those tree branches growing. So using my dark brush, I just want to create a bit more depth and texture. I want to cover up some of my tree trunks. Well, you just put them on. Why would you cover them up? Well, to my eye, maybe there are a couple branches growing in front of the tree trunks we just put in, right? That's big brain time. Check this out. Right here. Boop. Just a couple of them here, maybe at the bottom. Just cover up a couple of those things you just put in. They'll look so much better when you cover them up. Oh, they'll look way more realistic. Cover some of them up. Just here and there. There they are. I like them. So we've covered up some of our trees. Let's put our highlights on them. All we've got to do, since we've got this dark color in, it's got green and blues in it. All we've got to do is troll time. Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers. Sick. I want to be famous. Hey, you're lucky I don't have a mod in my chat right now. Because we're going to let the craziness fly for now, but once we get a little more professional, hey, you're out of here, okay, pal? So I'm just wiping out my color. I've just wiped it out on the bristles. Check this out. Wiped it out on the bristles. I wiped it on the off-screen paper towel. There we go. Good and crazy. Good and wiped out. So now I'm all mixed up here. I'm all clean. All I've got to do is take this right to yellow. Right to the yellow. Look at that. Oh, it's starting to turn green. As it mixes with what's in my brush, it starts to turn green. It's turning green. I want to add a little bit of my dark mix, mother color to it. Because remember, this is important. When you're doing these highlights, you got to start at your middle tone. Your middle green. Have to start at middle green. And what I mean is the perfect mix of the two values. The perfect mix. 50-50 blend. 50-50. We wind up with a very pretty green. Very pretty green. It's nice and summery. I want to darken it a hair with just some black. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. I want this rich color. It's a rich deep green. I like that. So just here and there, I want to put some highlights on. So to my eye, the sunlight's coming across the right here. It's cutting right across the right of the canvas. So I'm going to focus on the right side of the tree naturally. Just here and there. Take my knife here quick before I get ahead. Just drive up through there like this. Drive it right on through. Maybe you can put a couple sticks in the background like that. They come out of the back of these trees. Some random stuff. Cool. Here we go. Back to the green. Back to the green. Here and there. Right on the edge of the tree. Let's put our highlights in. Boop. Just the corner now. Boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. And I'm not going to reload, but this one time, because I want it nice and dark towards the bottom. So I'm going to reload just a little bit of paint and work my way down the canvas now. Haven't reloaded at all. I just worked all the way down and it picked up the dark and it got super dark down here. You can almost barely see the highlights on there. That's so good. That can't get any better than that. Oh. It just doesn't get any better than that. For the other side, I've got this other brush that we use the clouds. I put this was my cloud brush. Sneaky, right? I never cleaned it. I left that white paint in there so I can use it. What am I going to do? I'm going to make purple. I'm going to make purple after I wipe out the bristles a bit. Okie dokie. Okay, now I'm ready. Bit of white and red and blue. Nice purple. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I like that. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to mix your colors. With all this liquid white I got here, I'm just going to thin my paint. Got a good thin paint here. Now all I've got to do is use the corner of my brush up here on this. Watch how easy this purple pops right off of here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Just pops right off the brush. Pops right off the brush. It's not quite thin enough. Just put more thinner in it. And if it's not quite thin enough, just add a bit of the liquid white to it. I'll show you how to do that. Just a drop. Literally. Literally just one drop. That guy literally just put one drop of liquid white into there. That's all I did. And now watch the difference here, if you can see it. Oh boy. It springs off so much cleaner and so much nicer. Maybe right there on the edge. Oh boy, goodness. Look at that. Those highlights look so good. They look so good. I just don't believe it. I almost don't believe how good they look. Wow. Wow. So, let's do the same thing, but to the other side with the green. Ready? Whoa! Question in the chat. True. What's the difference between adding thinner and adding liquid white? Well, liquid white is white paint. It's just a really thin white paint. So what white paint does when you put it in here, brings the value up. It makes it bright. And I'll show you exactly what it happens here. I'm going to put one drop, just one drop. That's all you need. And when Bob Ross does this, he says you need a little bit. So I'll just put a little bit of liquid white in there just to thin it. This is what he means. He means literally just a drop. Just a drop. And watch the color change when I put the liquid white in there. Oh boy, it got brighter. Can you see it on camera there? Maybe. It did. It got a little bit brighter. That's the difference. Paint thinner is just paint thinner. It's clear. It doesn't change your color at all. Liquid white will bring your value up. It'll make your colors more bright. It'll make them more bright, and I'll show you. I'll put another drop in there just for the sake of more bright. 2 drops. Just so you can see it. It turns a nice lime green color. And the paint consistency really feels like mayonnaise. That's what I'm going for with my highlights, is a paint consistency like mayonnaise. Miracle Whip. Now just across a few of these here, I'll give myself an extra little highlight. Do 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 do. Just a few here and there's. There they are. Just a few here and there's. Just a few here and there's. Alrighty, I'm done with this green in this fan brush for now. So I'm just going to set it aside. We need land under here, right? We need just a bit of land. Let's finish this off. Let's finish these 2 paintings off. We need a bit of land. We gotta ground these guys. We gotta ground them. Ground them out. Let's just take our dark mix. All our mother color. All our mother color. Just housekeep. Housekeep. Pick it all up and flip it over. Add black to it. Add brown to it. Add green to it and add blue to it. Add red to it. Honestly, I've pretty much added all the colors to it. Except for my yellows. I didn't add any yellows to those because those are opaque colors. They're very opaque, which means they're strong. They're very strong. It means they don't play well with others. It means when you put the yellow into this stuff, it brightens the whole batch. That's the wrong brush. That's the wrong brush. Did you see me put that fan brush in there? That was silly. I don't want that. So I just want to take this dark mix. Take this dark mix, and I think I'm going to put some nice bushes in these. Maybe there's a big bush right here. Good dark one. Something good and dark. Oh yeah. Good and dark. And just tap that baby in. And down here on the bottom, I'll just make grassy foothill type stuffs. Grassy foothill type stuffs. Just tie these together like this. So just like that, let's say they come up a little more. Just like that, we got some land under this tree. It's good and dark under there. It's good and dark. That's important. Good and dark stuff. Good and dark. We don't care about the details yet. Just a basic tree shape. And what I mean by basic tree shape is it's round across the top. You see it? It's round across the top there, and there's going to be another one that's round across the top there. So those are your basic tree shapes. As basic as they get. I want to add red to this. Add red and black. Because the red and the black together look purple. Red and the black together look purple, and that's cool. That's really cool that you can do that. And just change that flavor. And now, over here, I'll do the same old song and dance too. Boop, 2, 3. Just throw in your dark. Throw in your dark. Good and dark color. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, there they are. Basic tree shapes. Really basic stuff. Really basic, really easy. Follow that pattern, that rounded pattern. And down here on the bottom, we'll do the taps. We'll do the taps down here. Oh yeah. Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look at that. Quick little land, quick little trees. Scratch in a couple sticks. Scratch in a few sticks, ready? I figure we'll fall in that basic tree shape. There's one, maybe another in front of it. So scratch in some sticks. These are what hold the branches up. These are what hold the leaves up. These will make your trees and bushes look like they have depth and dimension. You don't have to be really precise with it. You just scratch in a couple sticks, because a lot of this is going to get covered up. Just really basic stick shapes. It's like Ys. They make little Ys pretty much. Why? Because that's what you do. It's a little Y. You can see them. There's one, and there's one. Why? Because that's why. Because I said so. Scratch in your sticks. Ready? Now this is where you get crazy again. We did it before. Let's do it again. Let's cover some of those sticks up. Here and there. Put some stuff in front of them. They will still show through. I promise. The sticks will still show through. They will be there for you. They won't leave. You just don't want all of them showing. You just don't want all of them showing. So cover up some of them. They'll look nice. You can make depth. You can make depth. Maybe give yourself some over here too. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 on each side. I like those. I like that. Let's clean this brush. We're done with this dark brush. I gotta clean it. Zoom out so you can watch me clean this brush. I'll zoom out just so you can watch me here. Well, we're about done with this one. We're almost done with this one. Painting my way slow through this one because I had a bad day today. I wanted to paint. I wanted to feel good. I wanted to paint and take my mind off of stuff. And I think the best way that I found of taking my mind off of things is just painting. Just turning my brain off and escaping to these kind of places. Bob Ross was right about one thing. And that was this. He said that this is your world. This was your world. And when you do paint these scenes, you can make up any little story you want. You can have Fred, Clyde. You can have Gene and George. The bushes, Gene and George. You can have these bushes. You can, if you give them names, you give them backstories, you'll become attached to them. You'll really kind of think about them more. And then once you start becoming attached to your bushes, you'll start thinking about the shapes. You'll start thinking about, well, what makes a bush look like a bush? What makes a tree look like a tree? How do I paint that and make it look like that? Once you start thinking about these things, the gears start going in your brain. It's like, that'll open up a whole new world of creativity to you. I promise you that. If you've never tried painting before, give it a try. I guarantee it. You'll love it. You may not love it the first time. You might have a big old mud pie mess, but I tell you, I've made some mud in my day too. I've actually, see, look, I'm working with a mess right here. I got white paint all over my apron. It's okay. We all make messes. We all make mistakes. I think that what's important is how you deal with it. What's important is how you deal with it. If you wake up mean, like I did this morning, if the grumpy ghost has got a hold of you, and you need to take 15 or 20 minutes to yourself to kind of catch your breath and recenter your brain. I know I have to do that a lot. If you have to do that, that's okay. It's okay to take time to feel better. I got so much white paint all over my hands, but I'm not stressing. It's okay. It just doesn't matter. It's all right. I got these baby wipes. They'll take care of me. They'll take care of me. I got paint on my good shorts. Bob's going to slap me. Bob's going to slap me here. It's okay, though. I can get the paint out of my shorts. Here's another instructor tip for you. If you're just new to oil painting and you get paint over your favorite shirt, or you get paint on your favorite shorts or shoes or pants or something, you get paint on your clothes, use Dawn dish soap. Any type of dish soap stuff, Dawn, Palmolive, any of that stuff works wonders. It'll take it right out of your clothes. I've managed to save I've managed to save quite a few outfits that way. There's another free tip for you. So, I want to clean one more brush. I got another brush. I'm going to clean it too. This will be the last time. Bop, bop, bop. Yes, sir. Just beat the devil out of it, I tell you. Boy, I tell you. It feels really good to do that. It feels really good to do that. So I'm going to go right into cadmium yellow. Right into cadmium yellow. Right through all of this green. Pulling it in one direction. Pulling it in one direction. And you can kind of see some things happening there. You see them? All the little details on the palette. Those are important when you're loading your brush. You can see I pull it out like this. My bristles are super bent. You see them? That's important. Really bend your bristles. Here you go. When you let go, it springs away. It leaves you with all these little details Those are actually what make the bush. About dropped my green paint all over my laptop. I didn't get any of the paint on my laptop, so we're okay. But that's how you load the brush to do these bushes. So we just want to thin this paint. That's what we always do. We always thin it. 1, 2 drops. 2 drops. So I fully loaded my brush. I just got to go back into my paint thinner now. Tap it in and pull. We're ready. And then just selectively across the top of here with a very light touch. Following my rounded patterns, remember the clock face? We're working from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Across the clock, baby. We're going to do the 12 o'clock rock right now. We're going to go 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. We're following the clock. We're some happy days over here. Look at this. Do you see them? Just that. It's 12, 11, 10, 9. We can put in the 1 o'clock too while we're here. Look. 1, 2. Just a bit on 1 and 2. Painting therapy. Thanks for the tips. Hey, thank you for being here. Thanks for being here. Bobby Hoyle, 913. Who else is getting excited for the tape peel? Baby, I'm excited. I tell you, tape reveals are some of the best parts of this. Some of the best parts of this. So using my same old color, change my flavor just a bit. Maybe add some of this brown to it. That's fine. Ochre, that's good too. That's good too. Just pull it in one direction. Flip it over. And you're in business. Right here across this one, save your dark in between them. Maybe we'll go 12, 11, 10. So that's not thin enough paint. That's okay. I can thin it down. If your paint doesn't spring right off, it means it's not thin enough. You need a really thin paint. Remember the mayonnaise? You need the mayonnaise consistency here. Oh, there we go. Now we're springing. Now we're springing. Springtime. Look at those bushes. Those look nice. They look really nice. Brighten them up along the bottom here. There they are. Cool. I like him. I love him. He's my friend. Bart, I can't remember his name. Gene and George. If that wasn't their names, it's okay. We can call them whatever we want. Let's do our other bushes here. The snowy bush. This one's going to be mostly white paint. Just going to grab the white. Load mostly white into it. Ooh, doggy. It is thick paint. That paint is so thick. Maybe a touch of red. Oh, I like that. Instantly turns pink on us. That's what we like. Very cool. Thin our paint. Remember that? Remember to thin the paint. Always thin your paint. 1, 2, 3. 3 drops. Mix it in. Mix it in. We're just thinning paint. We're just thinning paint. Following your tree pattern. Let's do the 12 o'clock rock. 12 o'clock rock. 12 o'clock. 11, 10, 9. Do you see how quickly they spring off the brush? Can you see it? They're bright. They're crisp. They look like lace. They look like lace. There's so much detail, and here's why. Because I put the paint thinner. I put the liquid white in here. I put the liquid white in here, remember? So I pull it off here in one direction and pull it straight up. All that little texture there is in the tips of my bristles. It's right in the tips of my bristles. And all I got to do is just gently tap. Gently tap. Right on top of my shadow color. And it's there. It's there. Let's go again. Right here across the top. Let's do the 1, 2. Maybe down here's here's the other one. 1, 2, 3. There's that. 2 bushes. Should have been George and Barbara. Well, they can be. Well, they can be. They really can be. I want to add blue to this now. Just a bit of blue. Cool. That's pretty. Icy blue. And right here is another bush. See him? Oh, you see him. I know you see him. Give this guy some bright edges. There they are. There they are. That wasn't so hard. That wasn't so hard at all. I just want to give these guys some grass. The summary scene, I want to give some grass. So I'm just going to tap my bristles. Tapping my bristles, and I'm just flattening out all the paint that's in there, pushing it to the tips. Push it to the tip. Sap green. Ooh, look at that. Look at that nice flavor. Sap green. So we've used the paint thinner. We've used liquid white. We haven't used the paint thinner. I'm all mixed up here. I'm sorry. We've used the liquid white on there to thin our tree color. So I've just mixed it right in there. So this color is still thin. It's still pretty thin. I can just go and just push this like this. Go right here. Just begin to tap. Right along the bottom of there. And I can cut that off. Yes, yes, I like that. Go again. I'm just adding grass now. The more I tap, the more it's going to pick up my dark color underneath and blend away into nothing. That's what I'm looking for. I want this to kind of look like a little depression there. Perfect. So there's some start of it. I've laid out the land. I just now want to put another row in. And the best way to do that is to thin the paint. So it'll stick on top. It'll stick on top of what we just put there. Paint the liquid there, liquid white. Right to it. Maybe some yellow to change the flavor. Oh, I like that too. That's a good looking yellow and greens. Yellows, greens. It's looking nice. Tap, 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 tap. Go right here. You can say, maybe this one kind of cuts off the other one there. Right along the bottom there. Nothing to it. So there's a little layer. 2 little foothills of grass. I love those. They look awesome. They look great. Let's put our snowy stuff in now. I've got my snow brush. Just go into the white. And I'll just go right to the white. And the blue that was already there. And you know what? I want to put this purple in it too. So I've got blue, white, and purple all going. And it's a nice, it looks kind of gray on camera. Looks kind of gray on camera. That's okay. Got some liquid white here I can mix in. A little bit. Perfect. We're in business here. We are in business. Let's put our snow down here. Snow down. Whoa. Keep going, keep going. I'm picking up that dark stuff. I'm working away. I'm working away. You can see it's getting lighter and lighter. Getting lighter and lighter. That's good because it's picking up the dark stuff. You can see it starts bright and then it just fades away. I've kind of just faded out the background. And now I'll wipe out the brush. Wipe it out real good. And I'm going to reload it with fresh white. Fresh white this time now. Scrape away some of this stuff. Move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. Kind of scrape my canvas there, that's all right. No harm, no foul. Cool. Here we go. Just bright white now. Super duper bright white. And liquid white. And liquid white. Don't forget about your liquid white. You really can't forget about your liquid white. If you're thinning your paint down, you need your liquid white to thin it down. I'll show you. And I've got it. This is liquid white in a tiny little lotion bottle. This is a 1 ounce lotion bottle. I use these because it makes it a little bit easier, a little bit more precise. You can give yourself 1 or 2 drops of something, and you know you're not going to get too thin. Oftentimes when I was just starting out painting, my paint would get so thin it would be like water, and I wouldn't be able to paint with it. And I couldn't figure out why. My paintings just looked like a big muddy mess. And then eventually some things started clicking. And one of those was to use this bottle. So you can give yourself 2 drops, and that's all you need. It's just a 2 drop. Do you see that? It's 2 drops. So work my way through this and the white. And press into it. Press in. That assures we're loading it right to the tips of the bristles. And just go right here. Put in that other layer. And work him off the back too. That simple. That simple. There's a little scene. There it is. Baby. You can do this. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. Even if you don't believe in yourself, I know that you can paint like this because I can do this. There was a time that I didn't oil paint. There was a time that I didn't do this, and now I do it. And if I can do it, you can do it too. You just have to start. You just have to try. You just have to be willing to try. That's all it takes. If you want to do something in life, all you have to do is try. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, because nothing's easy. And if you're willing to work at it, you can do anything. And I truly believe that. I mean, you can do anything, not just paint. You can manifest your own reality if you try hard enough. If you're willing to sacrifice things and work harder than other people, you can manifest your own reality. I'm a firm believer in that because I'm currently doing it. This badge right here tells me that I am manifesting my reality. So I'll be the first to admit it, that you can do it. All you have to do is try. So I'm going to clean a couple brushes and then we're going to do the tape reveal. Because I know that's what you guys want to see. I know that's what you want to see. If you stuck around this long, it's because you want to see the tape reveal. I thought I was going to paint more tonight, but that's okay. It doesn't quite matter. I can paint slow. This is a mental health paint. We'll call it the mental health paint day. Mental health day. Everybody needs a mental health day. I know I do. Cleaning my brushes. Off screen. Last one. So was my green brush. Gets a lot of green around the ferrules and stuff when you beat them. You can see all that green. Kind of green. It's paint thinner is what it is. Green paint thinner. Your brushes kind of have like a green cast to them after you paint. That's alright. You just wipe them out. So, I think we've reached that time. I think we've reached that time for the tape reveal. It's time! Let me get set here. I kind of set this up when I was doing it beforehand, strategically. Maybe if I did it right, all the tape will peel off at the same time. Oh, no. Crap. Farts. Okay. Is this going to work? Yep. All right. Here we go. Is everybody watching? Get your drinks. Get your favorite snack. Get your favorite drink ready, because we're going to do this. 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. Well, I'll be. Well, I'll be. Would you look at that? Would you just look at that? What do you think about that? What do you think about that one, folks? I like it. I like it a lot. I think this one turned out just fine. I think this one turned out A number 1, folks. That's how you paint a summer and a winter scene on the same canvas. That's called parallel universes. That's like if you went out somewhere and you snapped a picture in January, and then you snapped a picture sometime in July. Call that one January, call that one July. Ta-da! Nice work. Looks amazing. Starflyer 1, it looks amazing. Surichu, cool. Oh, wow. Wow, you guys are awesome. Thank you for watching. Thanks for coming along with me. Thanks for hanging in there this whole time. Remember, just hang in there. That's what that's about today. That's why I put that up today, was to remind myself to hang in there. Hang in there, because tomorrow is another today that we get to do all over again. Tomorrow's another today, and how are you going to do better tomorrow? How are you going to do better than you did today? That's a good question I like to ask myself. What can I do to be better than I was today? Well, I can tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to be nicer tomorrow. I'm going to try to be nicer. I'm going to just try to be nice. That's all I'm going to do. Let me know in the chat what you're going to do to be better tomorrow. What's one thing that you think you can do to better yourself tomorrow? Any way you can be better than you were today. If you're 1% better than you were tomorrow, baby, you're better than you were. That's all it takes. I'm just taking a quick little piddle here. Poor man's shower. You ever taken a sink shower? You don't have time to actually get in the tub, so you just do one of these and hope nobody notices. I've done that a few times. So that's it. I mean, this is how we paint the little 2-in-1. Quick little, I mean, that wasn't very quick at all. It was over 2 hours, but it's fun. It's neat. It's exciting. It's cool looking. I really like these 2 layers right here. You can see the 2 foothills right there and right there. That's where the bunnies live, is back behind those hills. That's where all the critters live, is back there behind the hills. So, I guess I'll start my wrap up here, the symmetry. I guess I'll start my closing thoughts and all that stuff. If you're still here, if you're still with me, if you're struggling, if you're doing good, if you're feeling good, if you're feeling bad, whatever it is, I'm here. I'm feeling it too. Everybody's feeling it. It's one of those days. It was one of those days where I woke up this morning and I was like, Alexa, play Limp Bizkit. She was like, which one? And I was like, dude, play that one, like break stuff. Because it was one of those days this morning for sure. It was one of them. But I know I talked about it a lot, but I mean, that's all I got going into my life today is each day. So if you need support, reach out to someone. If you need help, reach out to someone. If you have help you can offer to someone, reach out to someone. Be nice. Be nice to someone. That's what you can do tomorrow. You can be nice to someone. You can be nice to someone. If you're driving in your car and someone takes a right turn just a little bit too slow, and you grip that wheel real hard and you say, you good driver, thank you for taking that turn safe. That's what you do. That's what you do. Just remind yourself every day that you're at work. You work on yourself in here every day and you'll be better, I promise. step by step. So that's it. There it is. There it is. My 2-for-1. 2-for-1, winter and summer, parallel universes. I'm gonna take the apron off. I'm gonna give a shout out to my man AP. I'm gonna give a shout out to my man AP. There he is. We love you, Austin. We love you. And if you haven't already, please, this is a humble brag. If you haven't already, please check out my website. It's justinhoyle.com. Just like the playing cards, only no relation, because I don't get any money from those cards. So it's justinhoyle.com. That's my new website. Please check it out. Please email me if you want to learn how to paint this cool stuff. If you want to learn how to paint these mountains, these tree type boys, you want to learn how to put these little sticky boys in there, please email me. I want to teach you. I want to show you how to do this stuff. I just want to talk to people, hang out with people, just pass this along, just share this with everybody. That's my goal, is to just share this style of painting with everyone, because this style of painting definitely changed my life for the better. A couple years ago, I was just working a regular job, feeling like something in my life was missing. I had played guitar for a few years in a band, real artistic, or crafty artists, that kind of stuff. I did that for a few years, and after we stopped, I felt like I had a creativity hole in my heart. I couldn't express myself in any way, and I did photography, I did pictures of things, I was taking pictures of all my friends. I still like doing that, but leave it to Bob Ross to come in and rekindle a whole new world for me, a whole appreciation of nature and beauty that I had never seen before. And I'll tell you this quick story too. I mean, when I first started painting, probably the second day was the very first time, my second day of painting, my second time, like I was oil painting and I was trying real hard. That was probably the first time I had ever really thought about how trees looked. The first time I had ever looked at a tree and noticed it. Said, huh? I'd never seen those things before. And just studying nature, studying things, if you study nature and you look at trees and things, it'll blow your mind. It'll absolutely blow your mind. I'm talking like this is the first time I've ever seen nature, but it's not. I'm a big oil painting fanatic. I'm a big oil painting fanatic. I want to teach people how to oil paint. That's all I want to do. So please help me. Help me out, please. I'm a starving artist. I need your help. Starflyer 1. Let's see. It says, I used to climb trees as a kid. Good to get different perspective of nature. Yeah, that is true. There's really no better way to get a better perspective than to just go be out in nature. And you know what? I think I'm going to go do that this weekend. I think I'm going to go camping this weekend. And maybe we'll come back on Sunday and paint a nice scene inspired by a camping trip, just like we did on last Sunday. So here we go with the last final thoughts. Be kind to yourself, most and foremost. It's hard being you. It's hard being me. We're all humans. That's all we can do. We can only be ourselves. Just be yourself. Be kind to animals. Please be kind to animals. I'm begging you. Please be kind to animals. I love them. I need creatures. We didn't get a creature feature today. I really thought we were going to get my doggy or my cat in here, but those girls, they just didn't want to see me tonight. So come on back Sunday. Maybe we'll get a creature feature going. I think it's going to be Sunday at 7. Sunday at 7 Eastern Time. Sunday at 7 Eastern Time. Well, thanks, guys. Enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.